Hi, today I would like to discuss about the background of this study. Many students enjoy listening to music while studying because it makes the environment more comfortable and less stressful. Some listen to music to stay calm, while others feel it helps them focus better. Because of this, people often wonder whether the amount of time spent listening to music affects how productivity a student is when answering a test. This study looks how the duration of music might influence a student's test score productivity. However, there is a problem in this area. Not everyone responds to music the same way. Some research say that listening to music for a short time can help improve mood and keep the mind alert, which might lead to better test performance. However, other studies show that listening for a long time can become distracting, make it harder to concentrate and lowering productivity. This result make it unclear whether a long music listening is helpful or harmful. Due to this confusion, it is important to study the topic more closely. By understanding how music duration affect test score productivity, students can decide how much music is good for studying and when it might be too much. The finding may help students build better study habits and give teachers clearly guidance and effective learning environment. In this study, the source of data that we collected is primary data.
This study is significant as it provides insight into how different duration of music may influence students' productivity, specifically measured through their test score performance. This finding can benefit students and educators by helping them to identify the most effective length of music listening that can improve focus and enhance their study efficiency. Additionally, this result may encourage learning environments such as school to adopt better strategies in creating a more productive atmosphere through controlled background music. Besides that, the study contributes valuable information to existing knowledge on the relationship between music and cognitive performance, and also can serve as a useful reference for future research in this field.
So, there is 3 limitations of this case study. The first one is it have a small sample size. When the sample size is limited, it sometimes may not be accurate, and it can also cause the result to not reflect to the true pattern or behavior of all students. The second one is it is a self-reported data. So when it is a self-reported data, the information on study time and productivity is derived by the student answer itself. So sometimes it cannot be reliable because some students may overestimate or underestimate their experience. The last one is external factors such as sleep, stress level, mood, task complexity, and study environment might affect the productivity in addition to music. So it is challenging to be sure that variation in productivity are brought on by the amount of time spent listening to music.
The data consists of the observation that measure 2 variables, which is the amount of time spent listening to music in minutes and the corresponding test score percentage obtained by each student. Our purpose of collecting this data is to investigate whether there is a relationship between time spent listening to music and test score of productivity percentage. This value allows us to explore potential patterns whether productivity improves as the duration of music increases. The data represent only a selected number of observations. It is considered a sample, not a complete population. The sample provides sufficient information for analyzing the relationship between 2 variables and drawing conclusions about how music duration might influence productivity of the student. So, the population that we got is all students who study while listening to music, including any student that uses music as part of their study routine regardless age, institute, and academic level. The sample size is always smaller than the population.
The second technique is graphical technique. Because the data collected are numerical variable, so we can use 3 kinds of graph to describe the data. The first one is scatter plot. Why do we use scatter plot? It is because scatter plot make it simple to spot any trends, pattern, or correlation that exists between the variable. It also supports a more accurate understanding of the overall relationship. The second graph is line graph. It is because it will connect the data point to show a distinct visual trend because both of the variables are numerical. And lastly, bar graph. It is because it makes it evident which duration group is linked to higher or lower production by displaying the data in separate bars.
Next, we have numerical technique. Numerical techniques are methods used to analyze and interpret data using number and mathematical formula. This technique helps researchers summarize data, identify relationship between variables, and make prediction. Common numerical techniques include assumption, descriptive analysis, correlation analysis to measure the strength of relationship, and regression analysis that used to predict one variable based on other. They make data easy to understand and support accurate decision making. First, we have assumption. Assumption is a condition that we accept as true so that statistical method or test can work correctly by using test of normality. So, what is the test of normality? Test of normality is statistical test used to check whether a set of data is valid or not. The test of normality must more than 0.05 to consider the data is valid. So in this data, we have independent and dependent. Independent is manner of music duration lesson and dependent is the test of score productivity. Second, we have descriptive analysis that used to summarize data and give a general overview. It helps identify the typical or center in the data set. There are three things in descriptive analysis. First, mean is the average value in the data set. Second, mode is the most frequently occurring value in data set. And lastly, median is the median value in a data set. Next, we have correlation analysis. Correlation analysis is statistical method used to measure the strength to the relationship between two variables that are quantitative data. That is a formula that we use to search person correlation coefficient. Next, we have regression analysis. Regression analysis is statistical technique used to develop the equation and provide the estimate. Linear regression model that is a model with an independent variable that has a relationship between dependent variable. The general formula of a simple linear regression equation is y equal to a plus bx. And last but not least, we have interpretation of regression coefficient. What is that? First, intercept A that refers to the point on the axis y where x equal to 0. Second, slope B means for each additional increasing in variable x, there will be an increasing or decreasing in variable y by B unit.
Now, I will present chapter 3, which is results and discussion. So basically, based on the data we collected, we analyzed 15 students. The independent variable is minutes of music duration listened, and the dependent variable is test score of productivity. From the table, we can see that the music duration range from 8 minutes to 40 minutes, and the test score increases from 60% to 84%. This shows a clear pattern where test score productivity increases as the duration of music increases. Next, the test of normality value is 0.2, which is greater than 0.05. This means the data is normally distributed and valid, so further statistical analysis can be conducted. From the scatter plot that we see, the points form an upward trend. This indicates a strong positive relationship between minutes of music duration and test score of productivity. In other words, students who listen to music longer tend to achieve higher test score. Okay, so next I will explain about the descriptive statistics. The mean of test score of productivity is 71.93% and the average music duration listened is 24.47 minutes. This means that, on average, students who listen to music for about 24 minutes score around 72% in their test. For the median, 50% of students score below 72% and 50% score above 72%. 15% of students who listen to music less than 25 minutes, while the other 50% listen more than 25 minutes. This shows that the data is well balanced and supports the trend that music duration may influence productivity. Okay, so now moving on, correlation and regression analysis. So first we go with the correlations. The correlation coefficient that we got it is R equal to 0.997, which indicates a very strong positive correlation. This means that as music duration increases, the test score of productivity also increases significantly. Next is coefficient of determination, R squared equal to 0.993, shows that 99.3% of the variation in the test score of productivity can be explained by minutes of music duration distance, and only 0.7% is influenced by other factors. Okay, so now we go with the regressions. The regression equation that we got is as shown that 54.77 plus 0.7x. This means when music duration increases by 1 minute, the test score of productivity also increases by 0.7%. The model is statistically significant because the p-value is less than 0.05. Therefore, the regression model is fixed and reliable for predicting test score of productivity. Next, we go for the last chapter, which is chapter 4, conclusions. In conclusion, this study found a positive relationship between minutes of music duration listened and also test score of productivity. Listening to music helps students focus better, feel more relaxed, and improve their productivity during tests. However, the results also suggest that moderate music duration is the most effective because as listening for too long also may reduce some concentration. Okay, so based on the statistical analysis, there is strong correlation between these two variables, which is music duration and also test score of productivity. Next, the regression model is significant, which shows that music duration has a strong influence on students' test performance. This confirms that music duration plays an important role in academic productivity. Last but not least, after all of the study case that we already find and study, we find some recommendation for future researchers, which is they can explore different types of music such as classical, lo-fi, instrumental, or pop music to determine which genre provides the highest productivity impact. Other than that, future studies may examine other factors that could influence test performance such as stress level, study duration, or the difficulty of the test itself. Furthermore, researchers may also consider comparing individual differences such as whether introvert or extrovert students because actually this can affect the response differently to music during study sessions. Last but not least, I would suggest that to include pre-test and also post-test to measure changes in focus more accurately. So I hope these recommendations can help provide a deeper understanding of how music duration influences students' productivity. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you. Bye.